Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright everyone, here we are after market close on Tuesday, August 17th. We're going to take a look at AMD today. AMD, one of my favorite tickers to play options with. Somebody had requested this in the comments, so if you have a ticker that you'd like to see me cover, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I will let you know when I add it to the list. If I don't tell you I've added it to the list, then drop it again because that means that I missed it. All right, so AMD has had this phenomenal run up lately. Now, what I have on here that I wanted to start with is a fib retracement, and obviously I'm tracking this from when this big uptick in volume happened. We had a down day here, minus 0.86, and then the next day we started this big leg up with a plus 7.58% day, and then we continued all the way up to 122.49, so that's 91.03 to 122.49. What I'm looking for potentially to take a dip buy, if we get there, I don't know. It's been holding this 50 quite strong, but what I'm wondering is if we can come down to this 103.05 area. And so what I'm going to do is put a purple box here for a potential bounce. On my charts, I put purple for bounces, and I'm going to do this just so we can get rid of this fib so it's not so much in the way. And then the other area, if it doesn't react well at that level, meaning it doesn't look like it wants to bounce off of it, then I'll look to see if it happens to want to come all the way down to 78.6 retracement level, and look for potential bounces in both of these zones. But like I said, in my mind, what I'm looking for, my trading plan on this is if we get down to this 103.05-ish area, so we get into this purple box, I'll be seeing if it acts like it's starting another big leg up. And if so, I would take that as a potential extension zone. And in that case, we could go ahead and look at some extension levels, which, we could just do that while we're here just to see what they would look like. Well, let's save that. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, to be honest. So let's hold off on that for the time being, and not worry about that. There's plenty of other stuff to talk about. Now, on the indicator side of things, what I'll be watching is this MACD. I'll be looking for it to come down quite a bit, and that's why I'm wondering if it'll really bounce off of this initial purple box, because it's so extended to the upside here. This is plus 6.8 on the MACD, and we've just started this bearish crossover, and so this is why I'm wondering if it has plenty of room to come down. That could certainly push it into this purple box below 100. Now I know the current holders and bulls are not going to want to hear that, but the flip side of that is the RSI is relatively low already, and so just bringing it into this initial purple box could very well get it close enough to overboughts that it feels that it's ready to reverse trend. I mean, you see, as it came down through here, this just gets into the 30s, right? 39, 37, 34, 39, and then it starts to come back up. So, and even this on this dip, just prior to this big push up, just got down to 46 on the RSI. So that's where I'm thinking, this purple box might play a decent role with the bounce. Also, this 20 MA is coming in to provide support pretty quickly, and that's lining up right now at the top end of this purple box. So I'm wondering if it's going to bounce quite strongly off of there because it'll have that support of the 20 trying to kind of hold it in place there. And then the 50 will likely be swooping in around that same time period, lining up with this lower purple box. And so a bunch of factors coming in that could help push it up in the near term. But like I said, AMD, one of my absolute favorites to play options, but also holding shares in. It's always an interesting stock, and it has some great opportunities because of its volatility, of course. So that's what I'll be looking for. Now, on the data side of things, the only thing that really stood out to me was where we are in terms of the analyst price targets. And this isn't because I think the analysts are often correct on their price targets, but to the extent to which retail takes notice and or institutions take notice and kind of buy toward the price targets that analysts have generated, the consensus here, because the spread is so wide, but the consensus here just leaving about 4% of upside left. Now, granted, some of these happened within the last 3 months, so this big push up really started at about the end of July. So this would be less than a month ago at this point. So a lot of those could be seemingly outdated, and if they do come in and revise price targets or revise from hold to buy, what have you, then that could give an opportunity for that good news to drive additional retail and institutions into the stock and help buoy the price that way. So I'll have to see, but the chart is looking interesting to me. This sort of variation between where the MACD and the RSI are at the moment is quite interesting. But yeah, I'm going to be looking strongly at those purple boxes and seeing if there's a potential entry point there. Who knows if we'll even come down to them. There's a lot of factors that go into these things, but we will know soon enough. All right, well, thanks a bunch for watching. I definitely appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.